So my history with Octane in this game has always been very rocky because I was never like a real Octane main or an Octane player. I never really tried to be good with Octane as well. I just kind of never really, thought much about Octane because he was never really a great legend in my eyes. In fact, I actually used to hate Octanes because for some reason whenever I see a Octane random, especially on my team, Octane randoms with all of their crackhead energy would just like run into gunfights, die, spam ping, and then leave the game. So like having an Octane on my team back in the day was never really a good thing for me because Octane never really had any team value as well. He was mainly just a solo legend, right? Well, Respawn has been trying to slowly but gradually improve Octane since season 5 or season 4. Like he's been seeing at least one buff every single patch for the past couple of seasons, and in season 8 I would say Octane finally got one of his biggest buffs, his jump pad, and it finally paid off in increasing Octane's effectiveness right now in Apex, as I'm sure all of you guys know. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about how Octane went from trash to cracked in Apex Legends season 8. If any Octane mains or anybody who just likes to play Octane is watching this video right now, this is your video right here, because I've been known to be very critical of Octane in the past, but today all we have to talk about is good things, and we're going to be bigging up Octane and giving Octane some props in today's video. If you guys are ready, as always, be sure to drop a like right now. A like goes a very long way on YouTube. You have no idea. I'd appreciate that so much. And also, if you haven't subbed as yet, click that sub button as well. Why not? Alright, so let's talk about Octane real quick before season 8. Let's just rewind a bit because it's been a very long road for Octane to get where he is right now. Octane's main issue, as I kind of said in the intro of this video, is that he never had any team value. Apex is a team-based game. Every single legend is supposed to complement the other or just have some kind of, value to the team. And Octane, before his jump pad buff in season 8, yes, he had some team value with his jump pad originally, but his stim is completely solo value, and his jump pad back in the day just wasn't very good. Even his passive when he regens health is solo value as well. So Octane's biggest issue was that, he's in a game right now with all of these great legends that have so much team value. Why would I want to have a Octane on my team over somebody like Gibby or Lifeline or Caustic or anybody really who has team value? Why would I want to see a Octane who just stims and dies and says,
"I'm hit! They're shooting at me! They're shooting at me! They're shooting at me! Taking fire! Taking fire! Taking fire! Taking fire! Taking fire!"
That just really wasn't what I wanted to see. Now let me just say this real quick because I'm sure somebody is typing up this right now. Octane was never a terrible legend, and no legend in this game is truly terrible, because if you know how to play them, obviously they can be very useful to you and your team. So I had seen many cracked Octane mains, many insane Octane players in the past, right? But it was very rare, and I'm sure most of you guys watching this video could agree with me when I say that most Octane randoms back in the day before season 8, and even still kinda now, were just very aggressive, very crackhead like, and on top of that they really had no team value. So now in season 8 with this jump pad buff, Octane has some of the best rotative, if that makes any kind of sense, value in this game, because his jump pad is now insane. His jump pad also, guys, is not just to get from point A to point B. If you really understand Octane and understand how Apex works as a battle royale, you could do some serious damage, right? So first of all, you could do some insane third parties as well. As we've seen since season 8 dropped, the whole Revenant Octane combo has been insane. It's kind of broken right now, to be honest, but that's a perfect example right now of how cracked a Octane player could be with the jump pad buff. So you could obviously be aggressive with Octane's jump pad, right? You can also be defensive. Let's say you and your teammates are in a very bad spot, maybe you want to rotate and just get out of that position. Octane's jump pad does the job perfectly. Not to mention, it has a very short cooldown as well, so it makes it that more effective because it's basically always there. And of course, it's also a strategic tool because you can get to hard to reach places, you can get to high ground as well, and because of the season 8 buff, you also have different ways to use the jump pad. You can slide into it and get some more horizontal distance, or you can just jump directly on it and get more vertical distance, which will take you higher. So again, a good Octane player knows exactly what I'm talking about right now. The jump pad just offers a lot of, strategic opportunities in this game. Octane was always present in the Apex meta. He was always in games, in lobbies, because I think people just like to play Octane. He's a very fun legend to play if you're being real, but he's even more present now because of these changes, right? His new jump pad coupled with his very fun and effective stim, as well as his passive, which was buffed I think back in season 7, so he regens his health faster. All of those gradual changes have made Octane once again a usable and effective legend in the right hands. Is he the best legend right now in Apex? No, he's not. But I would still say Octane has come a very long way from where he used to be. He was always kind of like an underdog. He was never really considered one of the best legends in this game, and it's still, we're not really sure right now if he's one of the best legends in the game because season 8 kind of just dropped. But I think everyone can just simultaneously agree that Octane is really fun to play and he has a lot more effectiveness in season 8. And this is exactly what Respawn needs to do. Respawn needs to buff the weaker legends. Octane was buffed, that's great. I want to see some more Rampart buffs. I want to see some more Loba buffs as well. I want to see maybe even a Mirage buff. I think Respawn needs to buff weak legends instead of nerfing strong ones, because every single weak legend is just like a few buffs away from being insane. So hopefully Respawn learns something from this lesson and learn something from Octane's growth over the past couple of seasons. Every weak legend could potentially become a very strong one. All it takes is a bit more attention, a bit more buffs and changes, and they could potentially become very competitive and effective in this game. Alright, so with all of my thoughts out, what do you guys think about the current state of Octane? Do you like Octane? Do you think he's still kind of just mediocre? What do you think of Octane's place in the meta of Apex in season 8? Let me know. I read every single comment as I always say, so don't be shy. Leave your comments down below and just, give me all of your thoughts about how Octane has grown in Apex. So that's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll see you in some more Apex. Till next time.